If I told you that you could spend 15 minutes and 753 of your dollars right now in order to get back $1,036 during this next year, would that be interesting to you? Well, considering that that would be a profit of $283 or basically 137% back on your investment inside of a year, I'd consider that pretty interesting. What if I also told you that this was only exclusive to a group of 100 people and that 70 people already have their spots? That means there's only 30 spots left and you can only get them through watching this video. Hey, what's up peeps? It's your boy Marcel, aka Smolcalm. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm wearing the Formex Essence 39 in green. I actually got this one a couple days ago, and I must say, I've been looking at this thing for like the past 2 years, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I do have a couple finger marks on there, but anyways, I know why you're here. You listened to the numbers in the beginning of the video, and you want to know more basically about those numbers. You want to know, how's that possible, Smolcalm? You want to know, is there technology behind this? What's going on? Well, a lot of your questions can be answered by what's in this box that I've had for a while, and I've been holding on to this information for a couple weeks now, and I've been dying to share it with you. Today, we're going to talk about a company called 2Blocks, what they do, how they do it, the go-to-market strategy, etc., etc. I did say there's a box, so there is a physical equipment that you get in exchange for those $753, and you get compensated in cryptocurrency. Now that you kind of have the basics of what we're going to talk about today, let's talk exactly about what 2Blocks does and why the device that's in this box that we'll open a bit later is going to get you some passive income. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a ride, and we're going to go on the internet onto their website. As you can see right here, we're on the 2Blocks website, and the first thing you're going to notice is it says mobility data just 2 blocks away. So that's where the name comes from. I think that was a pretty good idea for naming, honestly. So they collect mobility data, you get rewarded, and you have an impact on your environment. Now, how's this different than something like Hivemapper, for instance? If you're unaware, Hivemapper is a dash cam that you put in your car and you map your surrounding area. So that's good for basically mapping. But nowadays, with more and more people driving cars all around cities, we're seeing a lot of traffic congestion. And there's ways that could be implemented, ways like multiple different ways, not Waze, the mobile app, that could be implemented in order to basically help regulate that traffic, maybe by making one street 20 centimeters wider, 2 cars could get through there and there'd be less traffic. But in order to know all this, you first have to collect the data. And that's exactly where 2Blocks comes into play. They collect the data, then they resell it to either companies, government, agencies, etc. that will actually run the studies and say, okay, well, 2Blocks told us that there were 334 cars that passed on that street that day, around 73 people on foot, 2 bicycles, etc. So we know there's not a lot of bicycles, so maybe a bicycle lane isn't optimal to put right here, and instead we could have 2 single file lanes for cars. And then the town or the government or the administration would make that decision and actually modify that street. This data and this knowledge is going to be extremely essential for the future of our towns. Because yes, if you live in a rural area and there's not much traffic, it's not very congested most of the time, you're good. But if you're in a town, let's say like New York, and you want to do 2 miles, it's probably going to take you like 25, 30 minutes. And there might be a way to make that way faster with the data that comes from 2Blocks. Anyways, you get the gist. I just wanted to make sure that you totally understood everything about what they're doing. We're back on the website. If we scroll down a little bit, we can see that they have a microcomputer with an embedded 4K camera. That's in the box that we'll open in a bit. They obviously have software that is going to work with these cameras. As you can see right here, AI image recognition with an object detection algorithm that counts and tracks moving objects. And then they have the community part, which is actually you guys, me, and people that are actually helping them build this vision. So participate in the growth and quality of the network. That's us. Real quick rundown of how it works. There's a hardware partner that produces, sells, and ships the sensor. Here's where you come in. You buy and deploy the sensor, collect data. Then 2Blocks gets the data and they sell it. Depending on your uptime, meaning the amount of time that your device is actually running, you get rewarded, and the end client gets the data and actually starts building these cities of the future. So it's basically 4 steps for us. It's buy, deploy, collect the data, and earn some passive income. Now, I'll let you guys run through the roadmap and the white paper because otherwise this video is going to last like a whole 30 minutes. But as you can see right here, the team is entirely public. I actually met a couple of them at a conference a while back. I had lunch with Danny, and I gotta say, this dude could probably be a model. Like, look at that smile. And I also have a team of advisors. Now, some other stuff that you might notice on the website is this right here, powered by Algorand. And this isn't like just something that they added on their website. 2Blocks actually got into the Altcoin Accelerator program, which means that Algorand came and took 2Blocks by the hand and said, hey, we'll give you a bit of cash and we'll give you some help on different things that you're trying to build. We'll give you our expert opinions on how you could make this better or this better. So this isn't like your small college dorm room project. If Algorand's paying attention to them, you should probably too. I also think this is a sustainable project because as long as they keep finding clients for the data and rewarding data providers accordingly, they'll be able to keep building, keep growing. But not only that, because this isn't like their launch. They didn't have like a ghost launch, or I don't know how you call it, like a dark launch or whatever. They've actually been running test cities so far. They already have deals set up with a couple towns in Europe, including Stockholm, to run these sensors and buy the data from them. Now you're thinking, wait, but if they don't have a client for the data, do I still get rewarded? Well, the first 100 people, yes, because this is the beta group. Also, the people that'll get $1,036 of token are only the beta group. Then you'll just get tokens depending on your uptime. And we don't really have an idea of what profitability is going to look like in a couple years. This is still the world of crypto where everything moves extremely fast, so this is not financial advice. You know to always do your own research. But how about you say we take a little peep at... Oh, someone just subscribed. Kevin. Thanks for subscribing, my dude. You should probably subscribe as well. I mean, just scroll down a little bit, hit that button. 94% of you guys aren't subscribed. Not gonna lie, kind of cringe. Done? Thank you. Okay, I was about to say, let's hop into this box and check out this device. First of all, I want to say this came in a way bigger box. There's other stuff that comes with this. But first, I want to just show y'all this device. I'm teasing you.
Teasing me, naughty.
So first of all, you can see there's an Ethernet cable coming out of it. And bam. I did put my greasy fingers on it. That's kind of my bad, but look at that. As you can see, there's 3 cameras. I should ask them, but I'm just going to assume that these 2 lenses are the same, and then that here we have a telephoto lens, which means that the device will be able to calculate the distance at which the vehicles are at for further utility in the future. Now, the version I have is power over Ethernet, which means that I need to plug it in to a power over Ethernet injector. I also have a, I believe, 1/4 inch screw right here so that I can mount it on a tripod or any sort of GoPro mount. And I just want to say, like, this thing's kind of heavy. I like heavy things. That sounded weird. I mean, heavy's quality, you know what I'm trying to say. Come on. Now, I'll have a second video explaining exactly how to set this thing up. It literally takes like 10 to 15 minutes maximum. All you need is a location in where you can see a street. Don't be like 25 meters away from the street. Let's say you have a balcony a couple meters above the street. You can just place that vertically, or you can place it in a window facing the street, as long as there's not too many obstructions such as trees, fences, etc. As I mentioned earlier, there's 70 devices going to people that were already on the waitlist and 30 devices going to people that are watching this video. If you use code SMOKLM, SMOKLM, you'll get free shipping. So, I mean, that's not a bad deal. On another note, once they actually finish this beta test so that they can make the device better, make the AI better, etc., basically just keep on building, they'll only be interested in specific data. So let's say, I don't know, you're in Boston. Boston doesn't want to buy the data, or no company in Boston wants to buy the data. Well, your device is obviously not going to be very useful to the 2Blocks ecosystem. One thing though that you can do, and you'd probably have to reach out to 2Blocks about that, is you yourself can go negotiate with your town in order for them to buy back the data from 2Blocks. And then the business person inside of me is like, why not even ask the town to finance these devices and you keep the crypto? If they're cool with it, obviously. I don't know, everybody's town's different. But I'm sure a lot of you guys live in cities where there's just some spot where you'd prefer to be on an electric scooter than a car, or that you'd actually like to see a bicycle lane implemented, and that for some reason the town hasn't done it yet because maybe they thought there would be too much traffic. But no, because this thing will tell them. Now, if you're actually interested in 2Blocks, please go check them out on Twitter. Obviously, join their Discord. There's a lot of good information in there. Did I mention that $1,036 was actually going to be put in writing, which means a contract? And so what's in it for you? Beta tester return on investment scheme? What? Capped sales of 100 first beta testing devices and tiers? Who? Devices for sale for everyone who is interested. Rewarding up to $1,036.80 worth of 2Blocks tokens over a 1-year period, depending on uptime. 2,880 tokens per month at the expected IDO price of 0.03 tokens. So that would be a little bit of math right here. 2,880. Let's just say you have 100% uptime, right? Because this thing's going to be plugged in, not using much electricity because it's power over Ethernet, times 0.03. That's $86 a month, which really not bad. A full day online gives you 96 tokens, 15 minutes offline deducts 1 token. Oh yeah, this thing I was talking about. You'll be set a contract to cement this on paper. That's how much they actually believe in the project, and I believe in it as well. We were talking about this a while back, and they said, hey, do you think it's maybe a good idea to like promise a full ROI? And I said, well, I mean, it's definitely ballsy, but if you say it, you gotta do it. And they said, you know what? Okay, we'll actually put it in writing in a contract with everybody that buys a device. Which, to me, honestly, is a little bit crazy that they're doing this, because it just shows that they believe extremely in what they're building. And I love it. Can't forget about changing the world, change the mobility sector and business in general. As I said, there's 100 devices, and some people have some early access, which are Discord cowboys, which are people that were active in the Discord for a very long time. Then there's the early birds, the people that gave their emails to be on the wish list. Then there's the waiting list. Then there's us right here. 30 people will have the chance to buy via referral code by watching Smallcam's YouTube video. And eventually, if there are devices left to sell, the whole world may participate. But I don't think many devices are going to be left in their hands, considering that they promise you a return on investment. They're absolutely crazy, but I love it. On a different note, if you have any questions about 2Blocks, rush to Twitter. As I said earlier, follow them on Twitter. A lot of good information, and they reply pretty quickly. If you have any questions that you feel that I could answer, drop them in the comments. If you take the time to scroll down to the comments or the description, even to like purchase one of these, drop a like. It's not that far away, and I mean, you can just do this, like, easy. On that note, it was your boy Marcel, aka Smallcam. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you in another one. Peace.